For question 23, I start by looking for greatest common factor. Between 9 and 1, the only common factor is 1. And here I have x to the power of 2. Here I don't have x. So I don't have any common factors other than 1. So I cannot factor using GCF. These are two terms. This term is a perfect square because 9 is 3 times 3 and x has an even exponent. 1 is a perfect square because 1 times 1 gives us 1. One term is positive and the other is negative, which makes this expression a difference of two squares. Difference of two squares, when we factor them, we bring them back to being conjugates, which are two identical brackets, one with a plus and the other with a minus. I start looking for the first term, 9x squared. What gives us 9x squared? What multiplied by itself gives us 9x squared? You're going to see that 3x multiplied by 3x gives us 9x squared. So I put 3x in the first bracket and 3x in the second bracket. What multiplies by itself gives us 1. You're going to see that 1 times 1 gives us 1. So the factored form for 9x squared minus 1 is 3x plus 1 in parentheses and 3x minus 1 in the second parentheses. For this expression, I start by looking for GCF. For 12 and 27, I can see that both numbers can be divided by 3. And here I have y to the power 3 and y, which means I can take y as a common factor. I take the least exponent, which means I take y to the power of 1. This is going to be my GCF. I'm going to open parentheses and I'm going to see what's left in each term. I divide 12y to the power 3 divided by 3y. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Y to the power of 3 divided by y is y to the power of 2. Negative 27 divided by 3 is negative 9. Y divided by y, they cancel out. I don't write anything. So now I look for what's inside this bracket. I can see that it's two terms. It has two terms. This is a perfect square. This is a perfect square. One term is positive and the other is negative, which means that this expression inside the bracket can be factored using difference of two squares by bringing back to being two conjugates. So I'm going to put the two brackets that will be conjugates. One bracket will be positive and the other is negative. And don't forget to put the 3y before the brackets. I'm going to ask myself what multiplied by itself gives us 4y squared. We're going to see that 2y times 2y gives us 4y squared. What multiplied by itself gives us 9, and 3 times 3 gives us 9. And this is going to be my factored form for this expression.